Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective for today. Today is Friday. It is July 24th, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, leave it on this table for someone else. You don't need to take on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use the True Emotional Oracle deck. I got mine off of Amazon. The manufacturer or creator is Suhai. Sihai. I don't know how you pronounce that, but they do a bunch of kind of like off-brand decks like that. They're all on Amazon. I have a bunch of them myself. We got 2 on the table. I just heard Kitty Foreman from that 70s show. Jackass. Somebody has a love-hate relationship with someone. I got 3 on the table. Two people have a love-hate relationship with each other. Wait until you see this shit. We got 5 on the table. We're going to do 2 more shuffles. Six on the table. Oh, 7. Oh, shit. Last shuffle. Player 3 has entered the game. We got 8 with bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck is true colors. Feelings. Top of the deck is losing sleep. Spiritual living in the moment. Sex addiction. Feeling like shit. All right, we're going to set that there. Let me show you what we got. We've got Jackass. We've got Love-Hate. We've got Queen Bee. We've got Free. We've got Bliss. Or, why did I say Bliss? We've got Praying. Maybe. We've got Jezebel. Secret Accounts. And bottom of the deck, Side Hustle. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. I'm going to refer to these people as the card states. You can put a sex on them if you feel the need. Here's the thing. This Jackass and this Queen Bee have a love-hate relationship. I think these are 2 people that have moved on from each other, that have moved towards healing. They could possibly, sorry, my ear is itchy. They could possibly be healing. Not like healing the connection, like they're getting back together or something like that. but they could be like healing the connection, each of them from behind the scenes. Does that make sense? Like, they're not going to come back together if they ever work. These could be friends. These don't even necessarily have to be lovers. Take how it resonates for you. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that's worrisome to me is in the background there's a Jezebel who I believe is watching these two people. Okay. And I know this says side hustle. And of course, this Jezebel, their side hustle could be watching these two people from secret accounts. But I also heard side piece. So the Jackass card pictures a masculine, the Queen Bee feminine, the Jezebel feminine. So I'm just going to say it, hetero norms, but you can take how it resonates. The Jezebel might have been the side piece of the Jackass, possibly, or currently is. It could also be that the Jackass and the Queen Bee have a love-hate relationship, but the Queen Bee is letting go and moving on and healing. Maybe the Jackass is kind of still in their head about the situation, but they have the side piece, the Jezebel, who's watching both these people. It's possible. All I know is when I look at secret accounts and I look at side hustle, this Jezebel is watching these two people all the time. If they're not watching online, social media, okay, this is some, like let's say this is in the workplace. This Jezebel is watching two people in real time, like constantly. I want to say trying to keep two people apart. Take how it resonates. Here's the thing. The Jackass and the Queen Bee, they don't necessarily have to be ex-lovers. They could have been friends. But there's something about that connection that worries the Jezebel. Okay? You know how I know I'm not a Jezebel in the situation? Because I don't care. That's how I know. Because I'm going to be honest. This reminds me of the guy I was in love with at work last year. And my friend went towards him to be friends with him. Now they're together. They're not together. I don't know. She's cheating on her man of 15, 17 years and her two kids. I don't know. But this reminds me of that situation. I'm not going to lie. It totally does. But you know how I know I'm not the Jezebel? Because I walked away last year. I went on with my life. I have literally watched everything from the sidelines. And you know what's funny? I don't know if I said this to you guys or not. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I kept quiet for like 9 months. Like the whole end of last year, the whole beginning of this year, I didn't say shit. I watched these two women leave me and go be friends with this guy. I watched the one chase him, even though she's got a man and two kids at home. I didn't say shit. And then one day, I told two of my friends. And I said, it's not even the fact that she's cheating on her man and her kids to be with the guy that I was in love with. I cheated on my ex-husband, right? Like I can't judge anybody for that. You know, it's not my place to judge somebody for that. What I do judge is the fact that she threw me over as a friend to chase the guy that I was in love with, knowingly. Which either was her whole purpose and plan all along. I don't know. But I kept my mouth quiet for months. Like literally like 9-10 months. I kept my mouth shut. And then last month I said something to my two friends. And I'm pretty sure they told. One of them, I'm pretty sure, told the ex-friend that I said shit about her. I don't care. I kept my mouth shut for like 9, 10 months, watching all this shit unfold while I was going about my business and living my life and healing from the situation. I watched all this shit happen right under my nose. And the fact that she probably, the fact that she just assumed I wasn't going to say anything, honey, eventually I was going to say something. And again, it's not really in regards to the fact that you're cheating on your man and your kids. I can't judge that. I mean, the facts are the facts, but I can't judge that. But I can judge how you treated me as a friend. I can judge that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of resonates. You know what's funny? I should repost it. One of the ladies that I watch, she doesn't do paid readings, but she does readings on her YouTube channel, and she's actually really good. She says she's not psychic. She says she's not intuitive. She just makes up stories. No, I'm sorry. There is no way, because she does sign readings. She does collectives. She does daily readings. She does birthday readings. Like every day, she'll do a birthday reading for the day. So if it's your birthday, you can go on there and watch a reading for your birthday. She does it every day. She 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 did a reading for Scorpio. Okay, now the guy I was in love with is a Scorpio Libra cusper, and the feminine who chased him, who left me as a friend to go chase him, is a Scorpio Sag cusper. All right. And the reading was for Scorpio, and it was about her, okay, having this connection with a Libra male, and they were getting along really great, blah 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 blah. And there was a air sign, possibly a Gemini, in the background who's jealous. And she did the reading, and I listened to the whole reading, and I was laughing because you know how readings are. You can look at it from two perspectives. You can look at it from the cross watcher. You can look at it as if you are that sign, right? If I was Scorpio, I would be watching it for Scorpio. I was watching it as a Gemini. I'm the cross watcher. The story is reversed, right? And it's just amazing to me how that always seems to play out, because it never seems to fail. She doesn't leave her comments open. The only way you can leave a comment on a video is if you are part of her membership club. I don't have the money to join everyone's, membership club. I don't join any. I think it's like $5-6 a month, something like that. I don't bother. Leaving a comment is not worth it to me. But it did make me laugh, and I should repost it because it was about the Gemini being bitter and jealous and angry, and the Libra male was feeling like they had a connection with the Scorpio female, but also in the background was kind of happy that the air sign, the Gemini feminine, was jealous. And she said in the reading, she's like, well, I don't like that. I don't like him. She's like, that seems kind of, like, why would he care how the air sign feels? Like, he should only care about the Scorpio if he really cared about, and she had a point, right? She had a point. Like, if he really gave a shit about the Scorpio, why does he feel a little thrill that the Gemini is jealous? But it made me laugh because I'm not. Like, and again, I don't know for sure that the two of them are together. In my situation, I don't know for sure that they're together, but I assume they are. Like, they spend 24/7 together. She comes in late on his days off. I'm assuming she's leaving her kids home alone so that she can go spend time with him before she comes into work. And again, it's just an assumption. I don't know for sure, but I know her husband gets up and leaves and goes to work before she does. So she could say, "Oh yeah, I'm going into work. Leave the kids home alone," because they're in their teens. They're both teenagers. They should be able to take care of themselves at this point. I mean, I was babysitting my brother at like the age of 9. and go meet him and fuck around or whatever, and then come to work. And she has pretty much been doing that almost every Monday and or Friday for the last couple weeks, and he is off Mondays and Fridays. So I assume they're together. I'm not jealous. What is there to be jealous of? Him and I were never together. Him and I were never together. I told him I loved him. He didn't have a response. I walked away. I moved on with my life. I dated someone else. I had the guy from the past come back for a couple weeks for a fling. I finished my book. I took up boxing. I got my life coach certification, my Reiki healing certification. I'm going to start writing my second book in September, I think. Like, I'm planning to take my vows as a nun. I call it an energetic nun. I'm going to commit 5 years of my life to God and community. I didn't sit around and wait for him. I didn't chase him. I assumed that him and her together. Just like last year, I thought he was with the other one. I don't know. But I thought the reading was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. And I think I told you guys. I think I told you guys about last Saturday when I was talking to the other guy, and he stopped and was looking at the other guy and watching the other guy walk away, and I could literally read his mind, like, why him and not me? Because they could have been. They were like doppelgangers of each other. Skinny white guys with red hair. And the one I was talking to, the one that walked away, that he was watching walk away, I've known him since the old warehouse. I've known him for 7 years. The guy I was in love with, I've only known him for 2 years. Something like that. So yeah, I just, I'm not the bitter, angry. I'm not bitter and angry about their relationship. They're together. Like, that has nothing to do with me. I can't control that. That's for them to experience. Whatever happens, happens, right? It's not a part of my life. The only thing that makes me angry and still makes me angry is just the fact that, she treats people like that. She said, "Oh, we're friends," and then she went to go be friends and chase after the guy I was in love with, seemingly on purpose. It's not a friend. It's actually a real piece of shit. At least tell me we're no longer friends. At least be like, "Oh yeah, I think I'm in love with him, so I can't be friends with you because I'm going to go have an affair with him on my husband." No, why would people be honest? Anyway, this reminds me of that situation. And that video, I should repost it for you guys. If any of you are Scorpio and you want to watch it, if you think it resonates. I just thought it was hilarious. And I do. In my case, I'm saying that this Jezebel watches these two people all the time. I'm just going to be honest. In my case, the ex-friend, I think she works really hard to make sure that him and I don't have any time together. I think she works really hard to make sure that we do not interact. And I think she's been doing that for months and months. So whomever this is in this reading, I don't know that I see an interference there, but they're definitely keeping tabs on the jackass and the queen bee. Most definitely. I don't know why I just heard that Pomodoro pasta. Like, it's a dish, I think, like an Italian dish. I don't know. I heard that. Somebody might be Italian. Somebody might like Italian. Okay. I think it's a pasta dish, pomodoro. Unless it's a brand of something, or maybe both. I just heard licorice whip, but not in regards to like a licorice, like a piece of licorice. Almost like whomever the Jezebel is, if they are interested in this jackass, because again, we're going with hetero norms for this. It's just easier for me to keep track that way because I'm old and I forget. This Jezebel, then it made me think of bechamel sauce. Maybe that's a thing too. This Jezebel and this jackass, like they have a habit of like reeling them in, getting them hooked, and then like kicking them to the curb. Reeling them in, getting them hooked, and then like kicking them to the curb. Almost like a tease. Like, oh yeah, let's go out on a date. Oh yeah, I'm gonna sleep with you later. And then like, oh no, I got a headache. Like I gotta go home. Not that anyone should have to sleep with anyone for dinner anyway, or a night out on the town. But you guys get what I'm saying. Like somebody's wheeling somebody in, but then like releasing them. It's like a tease. It's like a chasing tactic, I guess you would say. Like trying to like keep them interested. Like, ooh, if I lure you in and then if I let you go, like, you'll be like, and then I'll lure you back in and then I'll let you go and you'll be like something about that. And I just pictured like a licorice whip, like almost like a lasso, maybe. But I pictured like a giant licorice whip, like somebody like bringing somebody in and then this queen bee, if they're the one moving on, if they're the one that's free of this situation, they could be completely unaffected by this. They could see things, right? Just like me in my situation in real life. Like I notice things between the ex-friend and the guy I was in love with. Like I notice things. But again, like I'm not doing anything about it. I'm not enacting revenge of any kind. I'm not going up to them and yelling at him and being like, "You're my man," like I'm not mentally ill. Like we never had a connection. Not like that. We were only ever friends. When he made it perfectly clear he was not interested, like I started to move on and heal. And I'm still healing, and I'm probably going to continue to heal because I have to watch this bullshit play out. It's a little frustrating, I'm not going to lie. But like I moved on. Like I keep moving on. This queen bee could be doing the same thing. Like this isn't whatever is going on or isn't going on between this jackass and this Jezebel. The queen bee might not even notice. If they have a fulfilling life and they're doing what they love and they keep themselves busy, I mean, who's to say that they notice anything about these two people? I just saw one of those giant Connect Four games. When you drop the little blue or red pieces in there and you got to connect four, but like a big one. Like there's a bigger one. We actually have it at work. They put it out every once in a while. They'll put it out in the break room for people to play with. And it's got big ass discs. I'm picturing something like that, like a big one. I don't know, maybe somebody likes because it reminds me of like a yard game. Like, if you have parties at your house and you have like volleyball, basketball, um, maybe you do like a bag toss or something like that. Like you could have one of those giant Connect Fours. I don't know, I was just picturing it. In wood for some reason. I don't know if they have a wooden one. All right, I think I'm going to let this go. I think I'm going to let this go. If it resonates, I don't know that it's going to resonate for everybody. You know what I mean? It probably just resonates for me, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope you all have a wonderful, fabulous Friday evening, a great weekend, and I will talk to you later. Bye.